Hi everyone, it's Ed from Runnable. I'm back in Chelsea. It's Thursday and I'm about to do another run around Battersea Park. I've got on my feet my favourite shoe at the moment, which is the rather stunning Adidas SLs, Evo SLs. I'm going to do a quick sort of 5k, and I've got a subject that's close to my heart at the moment I want to talk about, which is basically post-marathon blues. It is a thing actually. Once you finish the marathon, you can sometimes have these kind of periods where you feel really down about your running. You can feel down about life in general because you've overcome such a feat. The only real way is down for a bit, unfortunately, and it's how you deal with that matters. During the run we'll be talking a little bit about that. Perhaps you're feeling it yourself after doing one of the spring marathons or maybe half marathons. Whether you achieved your goal or not, it doesn't really matter. It still affects you the same way. There are various coping strategies for this, and just moving away before I get run over. But we'll discuss it on the run. But I think for me it's been quite a difficult one, this one, more than most actually. I'm trying to put my finger on why. I've gone through a real lull in my running, and I'm just starting to come out of the other side of that. I think what's helping me is I've got the Hackney Half at the weekend, which I don't feel prepared for, but I'm going to take it on anyway. And then I've got all my midweek league races with my club, Trent Park. So I'm not going to have a period where I can relax too much. So I have to be ready whether I like it or not. So anyway, let's talk more on the run, and hopefully some of the stuff we talk about will be relevant to you all. I'll see you later. Bye bye. So I think as a general rule, the first step from getting over post-marathon blues is just acknowledge that you're in that phase, and just acknowledge to yourself that this is normal, right? It's not something out of the ordinary. You've just accomplished, or not, but you've just taken on what is a huge task, and if you reach your goal, whether it's A, B, C goal, you have that period of euphoria followed by reflection, followed by this kind of feeling where you feel pretty down about running in general, because that's gone now. All that hard work, all that big push is gone, and you're looking for something to fill the void. It's a bit like you guys, girls who are at work and you're on some huge project, right? And you're working your arse off to get it over the line, deliver it on time, on budget, whatever. You achieve it. You often have this lull period because you're working at your max during the project and it's no longer there. You have this lull period where you actually feel like, what do I do with myself? Where's the next project? And it's a similar thing with marathons, to be honest. So one of the ways you can deal with this is to book another marathon or to book another event and have it in the calendar. Ideally it's one that you've got every intention of doing, but more recently in life I've got over this thing where I have to do everything that I've booked. I have to go to every gig that I've booked. You don't. You might lose the money, fair enough, or you might give away your ticket to someone else, but you do not have to do everything you've booked. So just by the fact you're booking it, mentally it gives you something to aim for. Whether you do it or not is another matter. So my advice for those of you that did your marathon and you enjoyed it enough that you're contemplating doing another one or a different type of event. It doesn't have to be even running, it could be a cycle event or swimming, whatever. Get something in the calendar, help your mind focus on something else. So that is one way to help get over post-marathon blues. Another way is to actually go back to doing some of the stuff you did before you were marathon training. See your friends, go out and enjoy yourself, hit the beers, why not? You deserve it, right? Reacquaint yourself with normal life. And it seems so bloody obvious, but when we're running and doing marathon training in particular, we often sacrifice so much for the cause, right? And now's the time to get some payback for all your hard work. Go out and enjoy yourself. I've been trying to do that. I went to the Camden Head recently. There's comedy night there, and afterwards there's a little bit of a dance DJ and everything. Got completely drunk and really enjoyed it, because I know I've got New York in my calendar, right? And I'm not going to have loads and loads of time and opportunities to do that going forward. You know, where I just completely let my hair down, if I had much hair, and enjoy myself again. So there's another thing to consider. Go and start doing stuff that you used to do before you were marathon training. And I think that will help you get over this lull period where you're looking for something or someone or an activity to make you feel whole again. If you're like me, you feel like you've got some empty space at the moment that needs filling. Okay. Obviously, those of us with families do some stuff with our families that we found it difficult to do when we were training. You know, our partners and our kids, you know, they stood by us when we were training. They helped us, you know, dealt with some of the stuff that we didn't have time to deal with. So it's time to pay them back. Take them out somewhere, go to some fun fair or whatever else. It'll help you as well. It's a really important thing to remember, that you need to reconnect with normal daily life again. Lie in, like if you're like me, that was getting up really early to fit my runs in. Have a period where you do lie in a bit, see what that feels like again. I've done it a couple of times. I didn't really like it, to be honest, but that's just me. I feel like I get a real guilt complex that I'm not at the gym or not out running, so for me it doesn't really work. But for you guys, who knows, it might work. You might need a break from all those early mornings or late nights. So something to consider. Try different activities like CrossFit, go to spinning classes, hit the pool. You know, it doesn't have to be running. You can go back to running when you feel ready for it, but you can still keep fit by doing all those kind of activities. Go for long walks, what have you. Travelling's always a good one. Fit in a trip, because you've not been able to go many places when you've been training. Or if like me, I mean, I still go abroad. I just try and run when I'm abroad, but you could go and play somewhere and not actually run for a change, and just relax. Get yourself to the beach somewhere where it's warm and chill out. So all these things I think can help you mentally recharge and get over this period, which can be quite tricky for a lot of people. My specific way of dealing with it, which is a very, I guess, blokey way of dealing with it, is first I go through an ignorant stage where I just deny it's even going on. Then I face up to reality that I'm not feeling great. Mentally I'm not there. Legs feel a bit heavy because my mind's telling me they're heavy, and then have a period of reflection on what to do, and then invariably, as I always do, I book a race. So for me though, this year I've not needed to do that because I've already got New York on the horizon, but more often than not, that is my way of dealing with it. I go through denial, reflection, and then action, and then I go and book something. But I do like to reconnect with my mates in between all that and see how they're getting on. I've probably not seen them for a while because invariably with my mates it involves drinking, and I've almost been avoiding them because I don't want to get drunk before the marathon. So it's nice to catch up with them over a few beers and chew the fat, put the world to right, and feel normal again. And that's the key thing here before we break. I think it's so important to get back some of that normal life that you had before you were training for your big marathon, and reconnect with the world again as you once did, and don't feel guilty about not going out for your long run or not doing the gym work or whatever you were doing. Now's your reward time. You've earned this break. Use it wisely, because if you're anything like me, the break won't last too long and you'll be cracking the whip once again very shortly. And that is all I want to talk about. Hopefully that's been useful for you, and I'm wishing you the best of luck getting over your post-marathon blues. And for those of you that are not having any, I salute you. I wish I was like you, but I'm not. I'll see you later. Bye bye.